You know,
Pretty sure they
I
still say straight. I know. What was the other one? Do they still say
that's tight.
tight?
That's the
That's lit.
bomb. Lit is definitely still a thing.
Lit is
Well,
still.
I don't
What's the
know.
other one?
You know,
Cap. Is cap still there? I feel
cap
like they
is
still
still a
say cap,
thing.
right?
You know what I heard just recently? Because I annoy my little nephews and small kids by try to use slang.
Yeah.
And they're all like, "Oh, that's mid,"
Yeah.
and I figured that. You ever heard that one? Mid.
Yeah. I've used that one before.
Yeah. It's the slang is fun to say, but then my little nephew was like he said something like peak. Have you heard that one?
I've heard that one. Yeah, peak. Yeah, that's.
It's like peak is like it's like that. It's really good.
Yeah,
right?
top notch.
Top notch. Oh man, I can't keep up with the slang, dude. I can't do it.
Some of them, I just hear it. I'm like, how?
That's dumb.
How does that even? How did that come out of somebody's brain? Like,
yeah, Riz. Have you heard Riz?
Riz, the Riz.
Do you know what Riz is?
Yeah.
Have you heard this?
Yeah, I've heard that one before.
Yeah, that man's got Riz.
That man's got the Riz.
The Riz, the Wizard of Oz. The freaking wonderful world of Riz. I don't know. I have no idea. Rizology. Oh, yeah, Rizm. That man's got Rizm. Yeah.
The Wizard King.
Yeah, the Wizard King. I mean, dude, we could go on, and all the kids would be yelling, "You can't say those words. You're too old, man.
You're too old for that, old man. Stay in your own time zone." They think time zone is a time and error when it's they don't even know what time zone is, but they know what Riz is.
That's how they'll use it though. They'll use it incorrectly on purpose. That man's in the 1900s time zone.
That man's in the first century.
Rent free.
Yeah, because I still use dope and.
Yeah, right. I think dope is still cool.
I use dope a lot. It's like that's dope.
Me too. Dope.
Where's the other one? That's whack.
I'm trying to
whack
think.
Arnold.
Yeah. I heard a young kid say whack not too long ago. Like he was in college, and I was like, okay. He was like, yeah, that's whack. I was like, that's okay, whack. Cool. Whack is still cool.
Yeah. You're still cool.
Everything's
still there. I'm still hip.
Still cool. Yeah. Still hip. Yeah. Kids don't say hip though, Joey.
Well, my hips hurting, but I'm still hip.
Yeah, we're using hip now, but for medical purposes.
Yeah. It's like, doctor, it's my hip. Oh, you're cool? No, I mean, it's my actual hip. I can't walk.
Oh, no. The future whenever, these kids become doctors and lawyers.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm not ready for it. They're like, Your Honor, you can tell that that the defense...
Your Honor, that's not cap.
Yeah, he's capping, Your Honor. I don't want to see it. Not in my CSI. Not in CSI New York.
Oh, when you go to the future churches, and the top G said the devil's capping.
Dude, that's a real thing. Dude.
I saw a video. I think it was on Instagram where they're making fun of it.
Yeah,
it's like what?
No, there's an actual Bible translation. With the
oh my gosh, with the actual
it's like millennial New Testament Bible, and it's all translated to that. Oh my gosh, dude, it's wild. But you know what? I'm all about it, dude. It's what keeps me young. That and that St. Ives bubble scrub and sea breeze. Kids don't know about sea breeze. Remember sea breeze? You would put toxic chemicals on your face, and look at us now, young, unnaturally young. Speaking of which, dude, this show.
Oh yeah, we're gonna start with life lessons.
Life lessons of.
And then with Uramichi Oniisan.
Okay, let's do it.
Hey. Okay, and 3, 2, and 1. Hey everybody, welcome back to Anime Me Pod. It's me, Joe Angel, once again with my co-host Sal, and we are still alive in 2024.
I mean, as hard as 2024 is trying to get rid of us, we're sticking around like a virus, brah,
Oh yeah, we're hanging in there.
like a bacteria.
Oh my gosh, I just want to know. Let us know in the comments what you think how February is gonna start.
Ooh, last year, like, or maybe it was just I don't know how many years ago, but when you would get on social media and you would see a new thing kind of pop up and it was crazy, and then like it would be the thing of the month. It'd be like so like last year, like somebody started out strong doing this thing where there's like, oh yeah, this year, this month, January had this crazy meme, like the Kevin James, little shrugging photo,
Yeah,
and everybody memed the heck out of that. That
everybody
was
means
like
that.
it was like a month and it took over. And like and somebody's I don't know who it was. Like the internet just decided like we're gonna keep up with this. So every month would be a funny thing. Like this thing is the thing of the month. This crazy guy jumps over this desk or like something like that. And it would take over. And I hope that but it fell off though. I think it was like halfway through the year and then the internet just decided like we don't have we had there's too many things going on for us to
Yeah,
pay
there's so many
attention
other
to.
stuff going on. He's done. He had
Yeah,
his
yeah,
he had his moment.
yeah. It was just the month was more than just one thing. But I wanted to go back to where we're like, let's latch on to one thing for the month because that's all my mind can take. And
That's all I can focus on is just one thing.
just one meme at a time. Slow it down.
All right, man. Well, speaking of slowing down, man, this
This
one
is
went
yeah,
hard.
I like it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Slow down. Bro. And by the way, you sent me the list. So, Joe Angel sends me the list. For those of you who are listening out there, he'll send me a list of like upcoming shows that we're gonna watch and talk about. And so I get a full list of them, and we have two of them. Two of them, I feel like, and you tell me, Joe Angel, you have a show that is me, and then you got a show that's you, bro. This show is me, dude. Like I was like. That character
Yeah.
is me. Joe
Uh,
Angel.
yeah.
All right, all right. Let the folks know what we're watching today.
All right. Today we are talking about life lessons with Uramichi Oniisan.
Uramichi Oniisan.
Oniisan.
Yes.
And
All right.
boy, oh boy, are there some lessons here.
There's some. I had no idea what I was in for on this show, but with the title, I don't know. Tell me, I could be wrong here, but so far I've seen like a little bit of a pattern here. But like these shows with these super long like specific titles,
Very specific titles.
very specific titles. I feel like that's like they seem to be more times than not they are like slice of life. Is that just me just kind of
Pets most of the time. There's some. I know
sometimes
there's like a lot of isekais that have
mm-hmm.
super long titles.
Okay.
Uh,
These
yeah,
wild
it's either
titles, dude.
isekai or slice of life.
All right, well let's go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna go ahead and give us a synopsis. Cool?
Yeah, go for it.
Let's do it. Okay. Uramichi? Uramichi. Is that how I say it? Uramichi?
Yeah, Uramichi.
Uramichi is a gymnast Onisan in a children's show together with Maman. Am
Mama.
I saying that right?
Yeah.
Okay. One day, one of the kids asks him if why he isn't married and has no children, even though he's older than her dad. This is burying it, like every time. Like these synopses are real
Yeah.
vague, and I started moving to where I don't read the synopsis of the show. I'm just gonna watch it
Going in blind.
blind, going in blind, and I'm glad I did because the show starts out and it's just like do they don't start directly with the credits, or they kind of do a little bit, not really,
It's like a mix in with the credits because the way it
right? Because
starts, it's like the
uh
song's part of the show that
yeah,
he's acting
yeah,
on.
it's like an ABC song, and
Yeah.
while I was watching this, I was like, why haven't we as a society agreed on like remaking the ABC song? Like this needs to be.
Yeah, this version was dope. I was like, man, where's
It's
this
like
version? We had some bold, boring, just
oh, ABC song.
ABC song, just
it's played
standard.
out. It's played out. Let's put a new, twist on it. But then I started thinking about it. I don't know if you've ever seen this. I'm about to. You've never heard of this on YouTube, Joe Angel, but I'm about to turn you on to it. And don't ask me how I know about it, okay? Because 3 o'clock rabbit holes, 3 o'clock in the morning. It's
Deep dive.
called,
You have no idea how you got
yeah,
there.
dude, Gracie's Corner. Have you heard of Gracie's Corner?
Gracie's Court. I have it.
Joe Angel. After this,
I'm gonna write
after this,
that.
after this, you got to
Gracie's
go
Court.
on YouTube and look at Gracie's Corner, and it's like this little animated cartoon girl who like sings these children's songs, and they're all educational songs, but they're like put to trap beats. Dude, she's like
Yeah.
she has the one that's like a new ABC song,
Yeah.
and boy, hey, it's a
Killed it.
banger, bro. She killed it, bro. It's a banger. I could just like you're gonna watch it and you're gonna think DJ Khaled's gonna be in the background going, "We the most educational music,"
Another
bro.
one.
Another one.
Another one.
Dude, it is.
That's
Watch.
two.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Every DJ Khaled, you could throw DJ Khaled over the top of these Gracie Corner songs. She's got what about numbers, about shapes, colors. You learn a lot too.
Oh man.
So it starts off like that, and I'm like, what am I in for? Because it looks like Blue's Clues, Teletubbies. These are all old school TV show references. I don't know
Old
what the new,
school
what would
TV
be the
show.
new version? Daniel
Uh,
Tiger.
Baby Shark. They made a show about Baby Shark, right?
No, I thought it was just a song.
I think they actually made a show about it.
I don't.
What's that other one? The one that just had a movie. Paw Patrol, would that be one?
Yeah,
But
I don't
that's
know.
more
No, this is
animated. I don't know if
this.
they make real live action ones anymore.
Like I've seen some stuff. This is like I'm trying to think of anything like this. Yeah, you're right. Like if there was a character, the character that always kind of stands and looks into the camera and is like, "Help me find the thing, whatever," and then you're supposed they
Like,
give a little time.
I mean, the prominent one I remember is Blue's Clues, just because
Yeah,
Steve. And
yeah,
then
Steve,
what was it
Steve.
last year when Steve came back? And he was all older.
Yeah.
They did that little,
And,
just like, oh hey, you guys got older. I did too. Ah, dude,
oh,
that got
dude.
me. I was like,
Oh,
oh my gosh,
man.
he's
It
back.
it helped us get through COVID, I think.
Yeah,
I think
it
that was
did.
like 2021 maybe
It
when
was
that
somewhere
happened.
around there.
Yeah, and it was like, hey, the world needs
The war
Steve.
needs you, Steve. Come
Get
back.
out here, get that notepad out, and write the equation to help cure COVID. And you know what? He did, bro.
He did. He got
He
it.
did it single-handedly. Oh my gosh, this show is so funny. Like, I don't know, real quick, what is Oniisan? You
It's
have any
Big Brother.
idea?
Yeah. So we hear like
That's
Onisan, One-san, that's like big brother, big sister.
okay, because
Because
yeah, they
like when you hear
use
senpai, senpai is referred to as like an upperclassman. So, like in school,
mm-hmm.
like the lower class, you hear them a lot of them call the upper class senpai and stuff like that. Or
Okay.
yeah,
The show, like, it starts out with this guy, and he's like Steve from Blue's Clues, real
yeah,
sweet, but then he has this like dark side. He's like, he's talking to these little kids, and he's like cheerful. The whole background's real colorful.
yeah.
They're like shooting this TV show, I guess, with them, and all the kids are all standing around. They're like la 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 la, learning the ABCs, and then he just all of a sudden is like, my soul is filled with darkness.
We talk about a blindside hit. This is
Yeah.
a blindside hit because that came out of nowhere.
Nowhere, dude. He is like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde throughout this whole show.
Oh my
You know,
gosh, yeah, he
he's
is.
like a regular dude, and then then he's like dying on the inside, and he has no problem just sharing everything with these kids. Like,
It's funny because it's just like he's saying that stuff, and then they pan to the crew, and the crew's just like
yeah,
just going
dude.
along with it like nothing. They're
I
just
wrote
standing
I
there.
wrote that down. I was like, dude, the
They have the
producers.
director just sitting there like loving it. It's
He's
like,
like,
yo, yeah, yeah, go it,
this
keep
is
going,
gold.
keep doing it.
Yeah, go ahead and spill your, like unravel on show in front of these kids. Like
Yeah,
this PBS show is like encouraging his demise. I don't know. I was like, how are they gonna just keep videoing this? The guy's all like, my soul is an impending doom, and he's like, and they're, why aren't you married? And he's
yeah,
just like, I don't know why, just darkness. Oh,
darkness.
dude, when it goes from like, because it's like super colorful and bubbly he's always smiling, like he's
Yeah,
always smiling. But then whenever he has to give a real answer, like the background turns dark blue, and he's like in a blue color, and then he's just like as serious as possible, not smiling anymore, just deadpan. straight to the camera, just like 1,000 yard stare kind of
Oh
stuff.
gosh, dude.
It is hilarious. And but you know what? Like he's also so okay. You I don't think you did it on intentionally just because it is. But I'm like, Joe Angel, this used to be me, bro. This show, you know, like I have no problem being real with a kid. Like if a kid is like, "Hey Sal, can we play pretend?" And I'm just like, I'm going hard, bro. We're
I'm
going
going
real pretend.
real
We're going real
pretend.
pretend.
I'm happy and successful.
Yeah, but then like I'm gonna let you know real stuff in real life,
Yeah.
and then those kids' parents or my brother and sister are like, hey, you don't need to share this this information with this kid. They don't know
Sal,
what you're
he's
talking
two.
about.
He barely learned how to
Don't
walk.
these kids need to learn about the geoeconomical crisis in Beirut. They have to learn. Yeah, dude, he's like Heisenberg meets Blue's Clues. That's
Oh
what he
shit.
is. He's like, like he's the most serious, and then he's hosting a kid show.
Which it reminds me because like just all the kid shows and stuff. Like the kids from Nessie Classified.
Hmm.
They have a podcast and they talk about everything, on set and stuff like that, like the back behind the scenes type stuff when they were making the
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
And like comparing that to this is just like, oh man, that's this is like
Mm,
that. Like, do these guys watch this podcast?
yeah, it just you come to find out later on, like some of these characters and cartoon shows and these personas that they're putting on and the people behind them, they do like live like
Yeah,
they got dark pasts or dark lives or like they go on to do something devious or just weird or creepy and you're like, oh my gosh,
yeah,
I used to like little kids are looking up to you and watching this and they're like they're actually crazy or
yeah,
they're just not they're doing something wild out there.
yeah. There's completely trying to like erase that part of their past.
Yeah, something I don't know because did you? I mean, there was some crazy stuff that came out about Steve in Blue's
Yeah,
Clues. Like he like kind of like lived his life. I think he even like he went on a show. I used to listen to it all the time. It was called the Mothman. What was it called? It's called Mothman or something like that. Where you're just telling stories and
yeah,
they're storytellers. He went on that show. Like you stand up in front of a crowd of people and you just like put together a beautifully written story, but it's true. And
yeah,
so he does that and tells a story about like some crazy stuff that he got into. And I'm like, as he was Steve from Blue's Clues,
yeah.
there was some wild stories. I'm like, bro, don't ruin people's childhood,
Don't,
okay?
don't, don't ruin this for me.
Don't. I need it to be rose
Yeah.
colored, okay? I don't know where this show is going at all, Joe Angel. Like,
And
when
neither
he,
like so I found out about this show. I think I was scrolling through Instagram
hmm
and I saw a little clip and it was an excerpt from the English dub. And at
hmm
first I thought it was just like a dub, like how like DBZA was, how like a bunch of other dubs that people
hmm
just grab, like they like I thought somebody just screenshot it and put a voiceover. So I thought, oh, this is pretty hilarious.
yeah,
And then I started like looking up more clips on it. I was like, I think this is an actual show. And so I went over to like Crunchyroll, found it, and I started watching this. And I was all like, oh wait, this is the actual thing.
this is the actual show.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know, like the stuff that he says to these kids, like they're all like asking questions. They're like, "Where's I forgot what's the other guy's name?" He's the other host, and um,
It's Uramichi Oniisan, and
mm-hmm.
then we have the girl who is, I think her name's Utano Onesan, and
Mm-hmm.
then the other guy is Iketeru Oniisan. He's the
Oh
other guy.
gosh, I can't say that, Joe
Yeah.
Angel. I might get in trouble. But the kids are asking for him. He's
Yeah.
like, he says something like he's on the verge of collapse.
Yeah.
He tells the kids,
He's losing his
"Oh."
stuff right now. He's got to get it together.
Yeah, yeah. He's like he had to go take a nap because
Yeah.
he's on the verge. He's about to fall apart, and the kids
Yeah.
are like, okay, and the kids are like, okay,
Because they're just like nonchalant. Like, they
just
have no idea
nonchalant
what's going
taking it,
on. They're just happy to be there.
and they're just videoing the whole time. Like it's just he's sitting down on the floor and he's just like having an existential crisis, but he's like telling this little girl like who's on the show
Yeah.
just about everything, and the you can see the video camera still on him.
Yeah. They're still recording.
Still recording it, still recording this guy like being as dark and as sad as possible. Oh man, it's so funny. Hey, real quick,
Yeah.
what's this little dinosaur? Did you ever see the background that they got? They got a little dinosaur in the background. There's like rainbows and all this kind of stuff, but there's a little green dinosaur. If you go back and watch it, like I feel like I've seen that green dinosaur before, and I'm like, what do I know that from? Is that a thing? I don't know. Go back and look it up, Joe Angel. Maybe we can
I'm
like
looking it up right now.
do. Are
Keep going.
you're looking it up right now? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, because he's they're standing in front of the background. He's with the girl, and oh my gosh, like I laughed out loud when he they do some like little drawing exercise in the show. So the show is going on. They take breaks. They come back. They have different crowds that come in, and he's doing the show. And one of the segments of the show is he does like a little drawing of like it's like a half man, half bird. Like it looks possessed or something's wrong with it. And he's like, they're all like, what is that? And he goes, I don't know what it is. It's hard to explain, but I know it haunts my dreams.
Yeah, that little it's
It's
like
like a,
I have no idea what it is, man. It's like white and
it's
it's
wearing
got a
like,
mouse, but it's got a beak on the side of
it,
its head. It's so weird looking.
oh my gosh, dude. I don't know, like, have you seen all of this? Have you seen the
I'm
whole
almost
thing?
finished with the season.
I
Like
just don't,
I'm
it's,
still trying to process it and figure it out.
mm-hmm. Okay. So you're still kind of lost with it too, right?
Yeah, because like I said, I just saw it on Instagram and then found out it was a real thing, and so I
Mm-hmm.
just started watching it, and I was like, oh, we gotta watch this and talk about this. It's so weird.
Here's it's so weird. He's like he's up there, he's hosting the show, and they do that thing that like lots of shows and lots of like kid things. It's like a
Yeah,
kid move where they stand up there and they go, "Let's call out Mr. Bunny and Mr. Bear." And they'll do that, and Mr. Bunny and Bear won't come out, and so the host has to go, maybe we need to be louder. And he does that, but Uramachi's like, I do not want to play this game. You guys come out. He tells him, you guys need to come out the second time. Okay, I'm not gonna say it again.
yeah,
And so the Mr. Bear and Mr. Bunny are like, what are we gonna do? The producers told us we need to come out the third or fourth time.
yeah,
He wants us to come out the second time. And then he's like threatening him, and then
yeah,
eventually he ends up dragging he ends up dragging the bunny out by his neck. He's like, I found him. Like he's all smiling, all devious.
it's so like
It's
high
so
school
funny,
bullying,
dude.
and he's Bully
Yeah,
McGuire.
he is. Yeah, he is Bully McGuire. He's like, look, I found Mr. Bunny and Mr. Bear. And he's like, get out here and you better
You better
better
not
be
mess
fun.
up.
Yeah, you better be fun in front of these kids. I'm like,
It's
oh
such a
man.
hostile work environment.
It's so hostile. This guy would not make it. If they're gonna cancel Ellen, this guy is definitely canceled, man. You ain't gonna
Yeah.
make it.
And
He
I
ain't
think that's
go.
part of this show is like it sheds light on all that background stuff because like you could go find interviews and stuff with other actors and they'll talk about how like certain actors are like divas or like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
just hard to work with and all this other stuff. It's just like, oh my gosh, this show is just bringing all that out. First
It
Cat
really
Williams,
is.
now this show.
This man, I bet you Cat Williams got a lot to say about Uramachi.
Yeah, I bet you he
He's
wrote
got
it. They probably called him up.
Uramichi. Yeah, it is true. I mean, like we have a fascination, especially in the Western world, with celebrities, and we only see them like in their on their shows or like during interviews, and they're all putting on a persona. Like they have to put
Yeah,
on this face. They have to like they
for the
have
public.
to they,
Yeah.
for the public. They have to put it on for the public, and you gotta imagine that's exhausting, dude. Like it's
Oh yeah.
gotta be exhausting to be like be on all the time
Especially
because
if, like a hot shot, like blowing up, you're having to do interviews left and right, not getting
hmm
really any in between. And
hmm
yeah,
I wonder, I mean, like if people really do, I mean, like I don't because we're not like in a public eye or we don't have to we can have you and I can have our off days. Like,
yeah.
like you feel like this guy. Like I'm watching this, I'm like you can kind of feel like this guy a little bit. He's
Oh yeah,
sim
I felt like this guy plenty of times.
right?
He's just like,
Right? You're
I
like,
feel you, I feel you.
yeah, except for his breakdown is being televised, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. And I'm not like traumatizing kids with all my stuff.
Yeah, I'm not divulging like the horrors of the world to little kids' ears. But like, like it is an interesting like there's I wonder if there's a take on this, if the manga has any light to shed on it, or either the writer has like some sort of background or understanding of this, or if there's something bigger being said here. But like you gotta think though, like because I don't know, I've never really met any like big time celebrities, but like these celebrities, when you meet some, you hear it from the celebrities, like or whenever people say don't meet your heroes or don't meet, because
Yeah,
they're gonna let you down. But that's
yeah.
because in our mind we have that like
It's
that
that
persona.
buildup of like what we think they're
Yeah,
like.
but they're just like us.
Yeah,
They're having like existential crisis. Like there's some deep darkness inside of them. Just like this fool. Oh my gosh, dude. I love the little cutscenes when they go to commercial and they put the sign up.
yeah,
This it's got like band-aids and tape and
yeah,
stickers like holding it together. It's an indication it's indicative of the show where him kind of falling apart, and it's barely being held together. He's barely being held together. Come to find
uh,
out that bear and that bunny they're his friends.
yeah. Because I think the bunny like was a gymnast too and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So he knows Uramichi, but like go through this show, he's just like getting terrorized by Uramichi.
Yeah. He is like, and Uramichi has this like deadpan face, like hardly any
Like
like
no emotion whatsoever.
no, only whenever he's on when the camera is on him, he's
Yeah,
got a smile on his face, like a huge smile. But like whenever he's just like out and about, he's always smoking a cigarette.
yeah.
He's always smoking a cigarette, and he is just like
Dead
dead
eyes.
stare,
He's got the
dead
dead eyes
eyes.
from Ajin.
Yeah, the man's got no. He's an NPC. He's got no emotions.
Oh man, he needs to watch Zom 100. That's what he needs to do.
You know what? We all could use a little Zom 100 in our life, kind of like get some
Yeah,
perspective, which makes me wonder, like, because right now, like, the first episode is kind of like, I mean, this happens on this first episode, like everything happens, like we're watching the show, they go through him kind of spilling his guts every now and then between his like happy persona and then he cuts to his like darkness inside of him, and he's spilling both of those at the same time. But then I'm like, I wonder if there's like a character arc or where like if there's gonna be I don't know a come to Jesus moment or if there's gonna be a shift in perspective or I just don't know where this show is going after this. I'm like, is it just gonna be him just like being fun in front of the public and then just like also being the worst in front of these kids at the same time? I don't where does it go? I mean, can you get okay? Give me a little bit. Give me a little bit. Is
all right.
there?
So
Does he learn anything? Does he learn anything?
we learned that. Well, let's get to a learning segment right now. So we're
Okay,
going
good.
back to the beginning, and this was created as a manga, of course. So this
Of
one's a
course.
manga, and it was
Hmm.
created by Gaku Kuze. And
Okay.
this actually started out as another web comic. So
Okay.
it started in May of 2017 on Ichijin San's comic pool, which is what the comic that it was going on.
So hey,
And
how do I get a hold of this web comic? Am I like supposed to go? Is it just? Am I going on a website? Do they have an app?
so this
Like, how
one
do
you'll have to
I
go. I think they have an
subscribe?
app. I'm not sure, but you could go Google it. Google Light Lessons
Mm-hmm.
Uramichi Oniisan manga because
Mm-hmm.
obviously you'll have to go to a website that's got the translations because since this is Japanese and so
Yep. Okay.
you have to find
Okay.
translations.
Okay.
And but it's still going on. So the manga is
It's
still ongoing.
ongoing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's not finished yet, so they're still going on. And so this is actually a new demographic for us here. So this
Okay.
is called a josei, which
I
josei is what seinen is to shonen. So
okay.
josei
Hold on.
is or ladies consider like ladies comics, which is just
Uh-huh.
aimed at adult women. So like shojo's aimed at like the younger girls.
Uh-huh.
Josei is aimed at the older women. So this is a new demographic.
Really? You
Same
know,
kind of genre as like slice of life
uh-huh.
comedy, but it's a new demographic.
Okay, so like we would consider this slice of life Jose.
Yeah, slice of life
Yeah.
dark comedy Josei.
Interesting. Okay, I didn't feel that like as I'm watching it, I felt like the slice of life part of it.
Yeah,
But like it doesn't feel like it's the our protagonist is a guy, so I'm like, well, I don't know. That is interesting that I'm trying to figure out how this relates to older female women. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
will I feel it later if I keep watching the show?
I think you'll feel it later. Yeah, because you
Okay,
go
all
through
right.
and they go through more of their like life, dealing with work, dealing with being on the kid show, dealing with their own
Mm-hmm.
stuff, like
Okay.
how that affects everything almost.
Okay. Okay, go on,
And
give it to me,
then
give it to me.
so this got animated in July of 2021.
Oh snap! Not too long ago.
Not too long ago, man. It's very
Back when,
new.
hey, by the way, back when Steve came back from Blue's Clues and gave us that pep talk, there's got to be some sort of inspiration here. Not like
Yeah.
from that one instance, but like the character himself, kind of like being both. Because that happened. I mean, Blue's Clues was, I don't know, 25 years ago or something like
Oh
that.
gosh.
It was a long time
It
ago,
was a
right?
long time ago.
And so, like, I wonder if this has got some inspiration from that, or like just. All right, go on.
Yeah. And so it's only got one season and 13 episodes so far.
Nice. You're
So,
speaking my
so yeah,
language, Joe Angel.
yeah,
You're
there you go.
speaking my
So easy,
language.
easy to
Go.
get through. Like I said, it is
Uh-huh.
English dub, so we're good with that. That's one thing.
Uh-huh. I
Because
got that.
like I wasn't sure if it was gonna be dubbed or not, but
Oh yeah.
but luckily it was.
Because it's so new. Yeah.
Yeah, and so this was made by Studio Blanc, and the intro song that we heard is called ABC Title or ABC Exercise English. So it is an actual ABC song that they're singing,
It is legit an ABC
legit
song.
an ABC song.
Oh, hey, almost as good as Gracie's Corner ABC song.
Oh,
Look it up, Joe
I'm
Angel.
gonna
Look
look
it
it up
up.
when we're done recording. I'm gonna look it up.
All right.
And then the end of the song is called Dream On, and that is performed by Mamoru Mayano, who
Okay.
voices Itekiru-san, Oniisan. So he voices the actual other guy in the show.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, hey, this song is a banger,
Oh, dude, I'll tell you, and
Joe
like
Bangs.
after all that craziness with the first
Yes.
episode, when this song came on, I was like, all right, I can vibe to this, man. This song
Hey, it
is
is a vibe,
legit.
dude. Like this song is worthy of
And I
like,
loved how they did the end credits too, because they're just like stills. Like
yeah.
these are actual like stills you can screen cap. It's stuff like if you go to YouTube and look up like lo-fi stuff, like it's kind of
Yeah.
like that, where you just got
Like,
a picture with maybe some slight animation, and it just has
uh-huh.
lo-fi playing over it. Like
Like,
that's that whole with this
yeah.
whole end credit. That's what that is.
They usually have like the little scene on there and
Yeah,
something very little is happening and it's like 3 hours. By the way,
yeah.
I could probably listen to this song for about 3 or 4 hours
I
straight.
could I could go all day with this song.
Conser
Man.
Conservatively, I mean, talk about like you just think about like it's like 1998 or it's 2000, and you walk into the club and Usher is on, and you're like, oh snap,
Oh snap!
this is my song. That's what this song is. This is like a Japanese Usher. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
Usher's banging. This is a banger, dude. I was like, this is so killer. Is this our ending song, or
So
is
this
this
is our
like, did
ending
it?
song for all of it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And
I'm probably
so,
gonna keep it.
little fact about the production. So it came out in 2021. It was actually
Hmm.
supposed to come out in 2020, but got delayed because the studio, quote unquote, said there were production issues, which we all know what the issue was back in
But yeah,
2020.
come on now, come on. We were all
We
delayed.
were there.
Everybody,
Everybody was there. Everybody
everybody,
knows.
everybody was late with everything. Delayed. Okay.
Delayed.
Hmm.
But and this actually, so the manga itself actually won an award, the next manga award in 2017 in the
Wait a
web
second.
manga category. So
Yeah,
like the
do
manga's
they have?
pretty well done.
Do they have like a like an Academy Award like or grant not Grammys but like Emmys or for manga
They
or
got
like
yeah, they got like contests. They got have like awards for manga, for anime, and so like even the anime. So the anime itself got nominated for best comedy at the six Crunchyroll Anime Awards, but
uh-huh.
it lost, and it lost to both of our number one spots, Komi.
You know, I had I could kind of feel it a little bit.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a tough beat because
yeah,
when it come you can't communicate came out like probably around the same time, huh? Or maybe a little
yeah.
bit later or
It was
something.
around. They were around like the same era.
Tough beat. It's
Yeah,
a tough beat, man, because
tough when
that's
you
a
got to
hard one
go
to follow.
against.
I mean, come on now. Where can I see these awards online? Like I've
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
never.
Like if you go to the actual like Crunchyroll or Roll website, like
Uh-huh.
it has like bigger
It probably
platforms. Like they got the store access. They got where you can watch your anime. They also have manga on there. You could go read
that
and
is
buy.
interesting.
Yeah, like the
And
actual website
I'm
itself
wondering if
has a bunch of stuff on
I
there,
bet and they have all the winners probably
and
too,
they have
right?
all the
Like,
winners, all the lists.
dude, that I mean, that's got to be the best list ever. I mean, like coming straight down from people who, I mean, like I don't know anything about it, and if you were to jump on Crunchyroll or anywhere, you would find like I watch a lot of these shows on Hulu because Hulu's got a lot of them. But like, you can scroll through these things forever. Like, there's like we joked about it last
Yeah,
time about how there's like, oh, there's a show or there's like a new anime every week that comes out, and you don't even know what to watch. Like, what is
yeah.
so
There's so much out there and
if
available. It's like,
Crunchyroll has a list, I'd probably jump. I'm gonna probably go look at it. Just go like, what else is out there that's like everybody's
yeah.
loving right
And the
now?
thing is, Crunchyroll doesn't only has like probably a small percentage of everything that's being
Right,
made.
right.
So
That
if you think
is
Crunchyroll has a big list, the list is even bigger than that. It's like the observable
God.
universe,
That is, I don't know. It blows my mind. I see why I do this show. I like as soon as it started and that first little like joke hit where he just went from like, "Hey kids, everything is great," and then he's just like, you know,
Nothing is great.
yeah, nothing is great. Everything is falling apart. I'm on the brink of death. And I was laughing out loud, dude. This show is super funny. Is this guy done anything else? The writer of this manga?
As far as I could tell, so far I could just find this. So I was trying to find interviews and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it's
Not a lot,
hard. And I don't
really.
know if that's just because we're on the English side of Google. Maybe I
Yeah,
gotta
they
get
don't have.
the what do you call it?
You gotta change your VPN, bro.
Yeah,
You
I
gotta
gotta get
change
the
your
VPN,
VPN.
change it to Japan, go over to
Not
Japan Google, and see if I can find some interviews.
not sponsored by NordVPN, but you
Not
know.
sponsored, but we're looking.
I'll look. I gotta find this. I gotta find this out because whatever this guy is doing, he's. I mean, maybe I'm a 40-year-old lady in this demographic, but I gotta start looking more into these animes because.
But I think that's
Hey,
what the
and
good, like a good thing about this one is like it's so relatable. Like because we've all been there in a job
mm-hmm.
where we hate it. We've all been to there's a job that it was hostile, and we've all had these problems that he's gone through with, just like
Yeah,
hating what we're doing. Just everybody around you is just at different
yeah,
points in their life, and you're just stuck where you're at. And but it's puts like a comedic spin on it, and it's essentially like comedy, how comedy is, because comedy is like that. Like
yeah.
they talk about real world stuff, but they make it in a funny way so you can get through it.
That's interesting. Like, yeah, if I were to show this show to like my niece or nephew, they wouldn't find it as funny because they wouldn't find it as relatable. So yeah, it makes a whole lot sense that this is more of a an older demographic. You know, they don't have any life experiences. So like, what makes it so funny is that we have the life experience, and they're making it like making a joke of it.
Yeah,
Like they're putting it very over the top. Like exaggerating it all. But, some little kid wouldn't find this as
yeah.
funny as we find it because
So it'll
we're
be like these little
adults.
kids, like, "Hey, my dad's younger than you, but he has me and my brothers and sisters, and you don't
And
have
why don't
me. Like, why is that?" It's just like, well,
do we find
life's not
him?
always fair.
Doesn't he just like? I feel like don't we see him crawled up in a ball later on at the end of the
And
show?
you like go through the season so far because I think I got like 2 episodes left. I think, but
Hmm.
man, like just the little things here and there, it just gets crazy.
Dude, this show is freaking hilarious, man. Like I didn't think I was as I was watching this one today, I was like, Joe Angel, we started. I've come a long way, okay?
Come a long way.
I still don't know anything. I make sure I don't know anything. But now that I'm here and I'm watching these like slice of life kind of comedy shows, it's like it just they're so funny because it can be animated. Like it's like watching like Bugs Bunny and Tweety's show and somebody gets smashed by a frying pan or like a boulder. And there was something funny about that because like in real life, you couldn't make that. Like
Yeah, that wouldn't be possible.
it's not possible. It's not possible for one, and it wouldn't be funny in real life. It'd be like horrifying. You're like,
Yeah,
"Oh my gosh, that guy got crushed." But this, like, that's what this show does for you in the same way, but for adults is like they're able to exaggerate and like have like juxtaposition and the jumping. They toe the line of like animation and reality, and then to like super like kiddish and goofy, and it makes the show that much more effective and funny because they can do that with the animation. I don't
yeah.
know how well this would read as like a live action. I guess what I'm thinking.
I don't know. I mean, I think if
Maybe.
it was live action, it'd be way too real.
Yeah, it'd be a little too. I don't know. I'm trying to equate this to anything I've seen like that is live action and is able to like get the same kind of feeling. I mean, it is kind of almost like a dark comedy, a little bit, I
Yeah,
guess, a little bit,
I would probably say maybe
maybe.
something like, oh man, the only thing that's like behind the scenes type stuff, but still a show is like The
You know,
Office, Modern
yeah, maybe,
Family, like those
yeah.
shows that have like the camera
The
documentary aspect of it.
Yeah. I can see that. That has that same kind of feel. That's what this would. Yeah, you're right. I can't. It has that kind of sameness to it, where it's like we're kind of let in on it, and we're watching some stuff. Yeah, I think
Mockumentary,
that's
that's what it's called, mockumentary.
mockumentary. Yeah. It's got that mockumentary kind of feel. So yeah, I could kind of see that. Same kind of, not like the actual documentary thing, but like the feeling of that. It would be the same thing kind of feel.
Oh yeah,
All right, Joy Angel, guac talk, bro.
Guata.
Are we guacamole talking this, bro? Let's
Let's
talk about it.
let's talk about it. Let's get into this guac talk.
Oh man. Okay, you know what? Let me ask you. You know what? Let me ask you about this show. You usually ask me, Joe Angel, but because you usually pick them out, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't really know. I've been waiting for you to throw some stinkers at me, and like there's some shows that I may not have loved, but I've liked a lot of these shows that we've
yeah.
talked about. Where are you on this show?
I'm still on the fence on this show. I'm still
You're on the fence.
I'm still trying to
Okay.
figure it out because it
Uh
is it
huh.
is comedic, it is funny, but
Uh-huh.
I'm still trying to like get my actual feeling out about it.
Uh-huh.
So
Even though you like read the manga and kind of watch most of this, or
yeah,
have you
yeah,
read
I,
the
have,
manga on
I
this?
haven't read the manga yet because I'm still looking for it. I've almost
Okay.
finished the show,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I'm still trying to gauge it, like at
Mm-hmm.
where I would put it because I'm
What,
still
what,
like
1 out of 5 stars. What are you
1 out of
giving
five
this?
stars,
5 being the best.
probably a 2.5.
Whoa! I can't believe you made me watch this 2.5 star show.
2.5 star,
2.5 stars, bro.
bro.
That's not even like if I saw that at a restaurant, I'm like, nope, I'm
Nope.
skipping it. Let's keep looking on Yelp.
Yeah, because I'm still trying to gauge, even if I fully like it, even if I'm
Okay.
fully invested in it.
Okay, interesting. I'm kind of with you a little bit on it. Yeah, I think I could watch it. You know how I am about like shorter seasons
Yeah,
and like accessible shows like that. That like and it's also funny enough for me to kind of go, yeah, that's good. But you know how it is. I mean, everybody knows how it is. You only got a finite amount of time, and I'm
yeah.
gonna invest more time on the show.
I will say I do like in the English dub they still use some of
Hmm.
the Japanese phrases.
Really?
Yeah,
So you watch this? You watch some of it in English
yeah.
and
I watched the sub
dub.
and then I
And
watched the dub. But when the dub started, I was all like, because the song, I think the song is still in Japanese.
okay, yeah, and they said some other stuff too that I
Yeah,
was
like they
like,
have key
oh,
phrases. And I'm just like sitting there watching, like,
I don't
am
know
I
any of
hearing
this.
this right? Like they're still using the Japanese stuff.
Yeah, when it started, I was like, oh man, I didn't put this in dub, so I'm not gonna be able to take notes. And then it
Yeah,
started again, or they started up. I was like, oh, okay, no, they're speaking English. Huh?
yeah.
What the heck? I'm lost.
And they'll even like call it out to you because I think there's some parts where they're like, oh, maybe they don't understand Japanese and stuff. So I'm just like, are they
What
like
is happening?
ghost story in this a little bit? Like,
They're just making up their own dialogue now.
yeah,
His voice sounded familiar. I don't know if he's somebody familiar or if like all these characters that we've been watching, I kind of like they kind of have the same kind of delivery in their voice, and I was like, this guy kind of sounds like he sounded like somebody we've heard before, or either someone I've heard before, like an older version of the who's the guy on My Hero Academia, the main character. Uh, 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 why is it eluding me right now?
Deku,
Deku.
Deku,
Deku. He's kind of have like an older sounding Deku. And I was like, is it just one guy who's recording voices for every show?
recording
Or am
all of
I?
the voices.
It sounded really familiar. That's funny that you have us watching the show and it's that low ranked, which makes me think I'm wondering if we have watched other shows. Because we've only heard my opinion on some of these
Yeah,
shows. I need to start getting your opinion.
mindset.
I
Which
need to
that's
get
what I
your
want to
side.
be. Like, I don't want it all to be all the shows that I love. Like, I want to throw some shows where I'm like, I really don't know.
Well, there are some shows that people like really love out there. I mean, it's like anything,
Yeah,
but like because there's so much anime, that like you could throw out a show and somebody's like, "Oh, that's like my favorite," and then somebody's like, "That's the worst show I've ever seen in my
Yeah,
life." You know, like
like that's trash. What you do?
yeah, yeah, and I've had that when I you shared the list to me, and then I'll tell some people like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna be listening. I'm gonna be watching this show and talking about it." And they're like, "I hate that show." I'm like, "Well, great. Now I'm gonna expect to hate it." And then
Thanks for the
thanks for
confidence
the.
boost.
Now I'm gonna just like these Takis taste like trash because this show's trash.
These talkies are stale now.
Don't ruin my Takis,
Yeah.
man. I'm trying to watch a show. I need to get my crunch on.
But yeah, I'm putting it right now 2.5.
All right. Well, I'll give it 3 just because I laughed out loud a couple
Yeah.
times and that kind of gets me. So
Yeah, like I said, it has got some comedic moments, but I'm still just trying to place it. Like I'm still working through it.
okay, okay, okay. Well,
Well,
I'll be finished with it by the end of the day, Joe Angel. I'm watching all of it. I'm staying up all
take
night.
all of it right now.
It's my favorite show ever.
Watching Uramichi, then I'm watching Gracie.
Gracie Quarter, dude. Look it up. She's
Get
all
up,
like,
shout out.
she does a little dance too. She's like, they're all like Gracie's Corner, and she's like, and it's like trap beats, bro,
Does she do
trap beats.
the dances from that one lady that from the meme,
Oh,
the hip
the
hop
hip hop
instructor?
dancer? No, no, no. Gracie would put her to shame, dude. I'm telling you,
Uh,
she
Dance battle
got
right
them
now.
moves.
Her and that lady.
Dance, that lady don't stand a chance, bro.
All right, guys. Well, there you have it. That is our episode and conclusion. Let us know what you thought about life lessons with Uramichi Oniisan. Let us know what you you think it's about. Give us some of your insight. Let us know where you rank it, and let us know if any of this stuff applies to you.
Yeah, don't let us know all your deep dark secrets.
Yeah,
Just
just be like, let us know which character you more relate to. We'll get it
yeah,
from
yeah,
there.
yeah. I'm that teddy bear. All right, go on.
All right, guys. Well, and then as always, just follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Anime Meatpod, where you can find clips and stuff of our upcoming episodes and some posts on what we're going to be doing during the year. And as always, drop recommendations in the comments. We're always looking for new stuff to watch, whether we like it or not. And especially drop some movies too, because we need to get some more movies in here.
Oh, ooh, maybe you know what, Jojo? Maybe I'll bring you a movie. What are the chances
Ooh,
I
we
can
could
bring
do
you a
that.
movie
Yeah, yeah. Have
like
one
you've
day where
never seen?
you bring me the list.
Okay, okay. You're like, I've seen it already.
I've seen it. I've seen it. Even if I've
Seen
seen
it.
it, I won't say it. I'll still watch it.
Yeah. Like this you're gonna watch it and hate it. This is the worst.
All right, guys. Well, that is our episode, and we'll see you on the next one. Laters.
Peace.